Hey guys, it's Ron with Montoya Adventures. Today's video is going to be all about lures, knots, and best lures for this time of year here in April. So stay tuned. So I'm going to be tying my braid to my fluorocarbon leader. This is, I use 65-pound braid. You can use whatever pound test you want. Some guys like 30 or 50. I like 65. This is for my swim bait, a bigger swim bait. So I'm going to be putting 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called the Albright knot. It's my version of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a loop with your braided line, and then what we'll do is have a loop. Then you'll take your fluorocarbon. It's pretty simple. Stick it right through. Give yourself a little bit extra, and then what we're going to do is hold this loop with the fluorocarbon, and then we're going to wrap it. I like to go 5 times. You can go 4, 5, 6, whatever you want to do. 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what you do is you pinch this, your last loop, and now we're going to go back the other way to go back across it. So we go 1, I'm going to hold my line obviously. 1, 2, that was 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what you're doing is going in between your grooves. I went a little bit up more, and then the important thing too is to make sure that your line comes out the way it came in. So this one came in through there, so now we just go right back through. And then the important thing is you want to wet your line, and then you want to pull it, and pull it slowly. So if you pull it fast, it'll overlap itself, and you can mess it up. So it's looking good, looking tighter. Again, I'm holding both ends, not the leader lines. I mean the tag on it. And then, so that one's got a little bit there. And I'm just going to pull the braid end a little bit more to straighten that out. And then I'll pull it to cinch it down more. And that's that. So then your tag ends, you want to have good scissors that cut braid. These are Beyond Fishing. They work super well. So you want to cut that really close to the end, and then on your braid, your tag end there, you'll want to do the same thing. So we got our tag end, and then cut that off. I'll pick that up a little bit, and then now you got a solid knot. This is not going to come out, and it's called an Albright knot. Pretty simple to do. A little practice, you'll get really good at it. So now we did the knot, I'm going to now spool my 20-pound line to the reel. So I'm holding some pressure on this. You want to have some tension on it. And there's my knot, which is good.
And the spool's in the box right now.
yeah, have it in the box. It's easier so it doesn't go all over the place. I'm not burning, you know, reeling it really quick. I'm just trying to slowly get it on there, but I am putting tension on my fingers. Some people like to use a towel so don't burn their fingers. It's all up to you and your preference what you'd like to do. You know, it's completely up to you. This is how I've done it forever, and it seems to work well. Another key thing is at the end, you don't want to go all the way to the end. You want to leave about 1/8 of an inch. If you feel it too much, it'll rub, and then you won't be able to cast very well. You'll know really quickly. So you always want to leave about 1/8, 1/16 to 1/8. Less is more, and it'll work out perfect. So I'm going to be tying my frog onto, again, I like 65-pound braid. It's what I prefer. You can use whatever pound you like. Some people like 50-pound. I don't know the name of this knot, but it's very simple. When I was introduced to it several years ago now, I use it way more than the polymer knot. It's much stronger, and just doesn't break off. So basically, it's a very, very easy knot to tie. Put it through like you would a polymer, back and forth through the eyelet, and give yourself a little bit of extra line at the end. So you're going to make your loop like you normally would. You're not going to put the loop through like a polymer and tie it and cinch it. What we're going to do is we're going to hold it. It's kind of got a little tension on it, not much. We're going to take that loop and we're just going to wrap it around 3 or 4 times. I'll do 3 on this one. Whatever preference. So now you have, there's 2 loops on this one, and you have your loop that you just wrapped around. You're going to stick it right through, and then you'll pull it through. You're going to get it wet. Always want to get it wet, and then you pull it tight. And at that point, you're going to, I always hold the hooks, and I hold the my main line and my tag end. I leave that loop exposed, and then I'll cinch it down, and it's good. And now what we're going to cut off is the tag end and the loop. We don't want to cut it all the way to the knot. We want to leave a little bit extra just in case it cinches down more, and you know, you don't want to lose your lure because you cut it too close. Again, this is beyond fishing. These are just really, really good braid scissors to cut braid. I recommend them. I love it. They cut like butter, as you'll see here, just like nothing. And you're good to go, and enjoy it. So now I'm going to set the tension on it so we don't backlash. There's a button right here that you turn the knob. You'll just turn it very little clicks. So right now I have it up, and I push it. It's not going to come down because the tension is really tight. So now I'm going to be loosening this again, little clicks. You'll hear it click. Yours may be different, but they usually click a little bit. So right now I have it pushed, not coming down. As I turn the little dial, and you may not be able to hear it, but it's clicking, and you'll see it start to fall. You can see it starting to fall now. And see, now that it fell to the ground, my spool is not continually go. If I let it really loose on here, This will keep spinning. You'll have a what we call a bird's nest backlash. And with braid, it's not impossible, but it's near impossible to fix. So that's a good way to set it up, so that way when you're casting, it's not going to continue to go when the lure hits the water, even though you should be using your thumb to kind of guide it lightly. If you're casting into the wind, you'll want this a little tighter, because the lure won't hit the water with the wind in time, and this will keep going. It's pretty simple. Just watch the video again if it didn't make sense, but it's pretty straightforward. Again, if I let it go, see it's going slowly. If I loosen it a lot, I clicked it back a lot. I'm going to hold it because it's going to fall fast. Ready? See, it goes really quick. So we don't want it that quick. We want it to slowly fall. And I'm just messing with it just to show you. So now it's tighter. Little click, see? And that's it. So, if you have any questions, leave a comment, and we'll definitely answer any questions you have. These are just some of my lures. This is a separate tackle box I have. And I'm going to be tying on a spinnerbait for this particular application. This big old mamba. Just stick it in there. There.
Nice.
So I'm going to be changing this out. This pole will do a Texas rig and a spinning reel as well. So I'm going to cut this off again.
A spinning reel?
I mean, spinner bait.
Spinner bait.
Yes. Not the spinning reel, sorry.
Using a bait caster.
Yes. This bait casting pole will work great for Texas rigging and for a spinner bait. A lot of people like to use a spinning reel with spinner baits. It's your preference, but this pole will work for both.
Okay.
So we're just.
And what size line do you have?
This is a 12-pound test.
Monofilament?
Line. No, this is fluorocarbon.
Fluorocarbon. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want mono on a spinner bait because we want it to sink down, and monofilament will let it allow it to not float or not sink as fast. I'm sorry. So again, the knot that you see me use, I use it a lot. I forget the name of it. I'll have to look that up at some point. But it's pretty strong knot. It's the best knot that I've used. So we wrap it around, and then you're gonna just loop it 3 or 4 times. 1, 2. And I just messed that one up, so we'll start over. So that's 1, 2, 3. And get that tag in out of the way, through the double loop there, and then you'll grab it, wet it, and then you'll pull it just a little bit tight. You don't want to just over cinch it tight to the eyelet, because it can cause it to burn even though you wet your line. It's been known to burn the line and then break at the knot with fluorocarbon. So you just pull it a little bit, cinch it down as you see I did, and then we're going to take this tag end along with the loop end and take the Beyond Fishing these are braid, but they cut fluorocarbon so well. And we just, again, we're not going to cut at the very base. We're going to cut about 1/8 of an inch high, approximately. And you can see there, it's got a little bit of stick up there. When you start casting everything, it's going to cinch itself down when the water's through it, so it doesn't burn the line. And now you're good to go. So now I'm going to adjust it. I haven't adjusted from the Texas rig, so if I push it, it's just falling. That's way too fast. So we want to use our dial to tighten it up again. So now push the button and it's not moving. So I'm going to just little ticks bring it back, and you'll start to see it fall. And that's a little bit too slow. If you're in the wind, that would be a great setting for it. But we're going to just back it off just another click, and there. So we'll try it again, and you can see when it falls, it's not backlash. It's very simple to do. If you overdo it and you're not used to it, you will backlash this, and you'll probably have to cut your line and re-spool your bait caster. So it's very simple. Let it go. If that's not going as far as you want, you can again loosen it just another hair, and but if you're a new beginner, definitely keep it a little tighter versus letting it loose. For me, I'm going to let it go a little more, just something like that, maybe even just a hair more. You control with your thumb. That's so important, so that way it doesn't backlash. Thanks for tuning in today. Like, subscribe. If you have questions on anything we covered today, feel free to leave a comment, and look forward to hearing from you guys and all your comments. Have an awesome day.